You can talk about it. In the back room of the back room, it was all bad fumes in the back room. Skeleton-filled closets in the back too. You can talk about it. 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 You can. In the back room of the back room, it was all bad fumes in the back room. Skeleton-filled closets in the back too. God knows where you are. You can talk about it. 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 You can talk about it.
Guess who's back?
Nope, not doing that. Welcome to the Backroom Speaks podcast, the brave space for creatives. I'm clearly Law, I believe. I think I'm Law.
Are you sure?
I think. And this is...
Yeah, what you gonna come up with this week?
I don't even know.
How about you just try
Lysa the Butcher.
The Butcher?
Or Lysa. Cocaine Bennett that's gonna stick, I think.
Are y'all praying out there? My name is Lysa, and Lawrence is out of control.
Lysa the Butcher. Yo, we're back for another episode. Niggas thought we was done after the first two, huh? But
third time's the charm.
God said. Okay, but yeah, we're here again. I want to start off by saying once again, rest in peace, DMX, and also rest in peace, Black Rob. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loved that song. Whoa. It was a crazy time. You're a little young for that, right?
Well, you're 50.
I'm just saying. It's a great record. Rest in peace. Yo, I want to talk about some stuff today.
Read on.
And we're going to touch it. And this is not a political podcast. This is not...
But we woke, though.
That's...
We woke.
The police got to relax.
That's just the reality of the situation.
And that's the sentiment, I think.
Literally that.
We've been seeing all these killings. I mean, it's not something that's new, obviously, but...
The more recent events have just been...
It's getting out of hand.
It's really getting a little bit too close. It's already been a little bit too close for comfort, but, with the recent events involving Adam Toledo, Dante Wright...
It's insane.
It's
really insane, and it's getting to the point where you really don't know what to do anymore. And I don't know, man. It's really getting overwhelming. First, we had Dante Wright, who was a young kid. How old was he?
He was 20.
20 years old. He had a warrant out. And the reason why he got the warrant, I believe, and I don't want to misquote it. I don't have it in front of me, but it was for something
Like
minor.
a traffic stop, I thought. Right?
Well, yeah, but they had a warrant out for him.
Oh,
and
okay.
the reason why they had a warrant is because they sent the letter for his hearing to the wrong address. So there wouldn't have been a warrant otherwise.
Oh, wow.
And killed him. Now, he got in his car. Well, he tried to get in his car to possibly run away. When you're running away, you're not a threat. They shouldn't be getting shot. He was clearly not a threat.
Yeah.
And they killed him. Just like George Floyd wasn't a threat and they killed him.
The ironic part with Dante Wright, I learned of that recently, was his connection to George Floyd with him being a student previously of George Floyd's girlfriend, I believe, or ex-girlfriend, something like that.
The 6 degrees of separation is insane.
I think that's what really... I ended up actually seeing a little bit of that on Twitter, and I had to go and find just the articles just to pull it up to make sure that was legit. And that, again, just the relationship, almost a year apart, less than a year apart.
It's insane.
Yeah, a bit unnerving.
It's insane, and obviously people are reacting. We also had Adam Toledo,
yeah, man.
that's here in Chicago.
13 years old, man.
13-year-old kid. Now, allegedly, he had a gun. He threw it down. When he was shot, his hands was up. That's what I'm concerned about.
And even if you go back and you watch, what was the cop's name? I think his name was Eric.
Bum ass nigga.
Bum ass, whatever. We don't even care about what his name is, but the dude clearly lost his top.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that we're seeing, like with a lot of these body cams with the police. You clearly hear them losing their crap, for lack of better words.
The guy, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know his name, but the military guy who was sitting in his car, he got tased. Thank God he didn't die. No, he got maced.
Yeah, they maced him.
But he's like, man, I'm scared to get out of my car, and rightfully so. And the cop said, well, you should be. Like, nigga, body cams aren't helping us.
No.
And it's really insane. I fear for my life. I never liked police. I never trusted police. I had my own personal experience when I was a kid. I was 15. And I won't talk about that, and so, I don't care. I don't care about the police. Don't like them. I always make it home. Want to make sure I make it home. So I'm not that guy that's being, I'm trying to do everything I can to get home. And that means I'm not arguing with you. You got a gun and I don't. You got some type of power and I don't. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not running away. But I don't like them. And I haven't for a long time. And these situations just let you know why. We always talk about, like, I've had plenty of jobs that I've worked at in retail. My current job now, you have people who are in managers' positions, people who I came in with. They get to a certain level and it's like they abuse their power.
Yeah.
But now put a gun in that person's hands.
Changes how they move.
It's dangerous. And it's scary. And I'm scared. I got married. I haven't had a child yet. Been married for 7 months, 6 months. My wife is not pregnant. I'm scared to bring children into this world.
I've been fortunate enough to watch my nephews, their twin boys, they're 14, grow up, watch them closely these days. And when they just want to go to the gas station to go get some junk food, I'm like, can I drive you? Like, you sure you don't want me to walk with you? Just that fear. And the places like the corner store are just so close to our homes, and we can't even let them walk out without fear of just something tragic happening. And we see these like different situations, like even with, Trayvon Martin, George Floyd. These people are just living their lives as normal.
They're kids,
and I'm pretty
sure.
Kids. Well, yeah, not even George Floyd, but like, I'm pretty sure when they're leaving out their homes for the day, they don't know that this is the last time that they'll see their families. And so my prayers, and I tweeted this not too long ago, my prayers are literally that, I hope my people make it home to their families. Mm-hmm. And the urgency behind that prayer, it just shouldn't be like that. It just shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't. And everybody's going, we're figuring out how to cope and how to deal with it. And there's a lot of looting and rioting and things like that. Now, I may not have the best outlook on it. George Floyd happened a year ago, a little over a year ago now. And I was in the house. I was in the house like a lot of us were because of COVID and things. But there were a lot of people out doing a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And I never said anything bad about that. I don't necessarily condone any of that. But in all of that, I don't care what you do. I just want you to get home safe.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what else to do. Right now, if we do anything, we're going to get arrested. We're going to get killed. Y'all prove that. Even if we're not doing nothing, we're going to get killed. So, yeah, I'm going to tear up your stuff. I hate that some of the black businesses had to suffer from that as well, and that sucks. I hate it. But these niggas don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. We don't know how to fight it. I was listening to the Derek Chauvin trial, and there were people who were on the stand, who were there, present, while George Floyd was literally dying on the ground with a knee on his neck. And they were guilty because they didn't do anything. Some people were just saying, I wish I could have done more. What you gonna do? They're gonna kill you. But then I feel like a piece of crap because I'm sitting there watching this man kill a black man for no reason. So what do? Yeah, we're gonna tear all these white people stuff up. That's the thinking, I guess. And I'm not calling, in the media, they and the cops, they try to get the families of these murder victims, because they are murder victims. Oh, yeah. They try to get the families of these murder victims to call for peace, so that their little cute stuff, their stores, the Walmarts and Targets can be safe from the people messing it up. But nobody cared when they shoot innocent people.
It's really insane how the police would go as far as, in your speech when you're, conveying how you feel, just try to get the people to to stop. We were actually just talking about this before we started taping. What was the
Dante Wright's parents were on whatever network with Robin Roberts, and she was asking them. She was like, "Yeah, do you wish or hope for peace?" I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but she was like, and all that's going on, do you hope for peace? Do you want the people to stop looting or rioting, whatever? And whatever happened, whatever she said, I don't want to misquote Mr. Wright's mother, but whatever she said, it didn't quite answer the question. And Robin Roberts doubled down, like, yeah, but you want peace, right? Now, in my mind, I'm sitting at home.
Like, are you serious?
Or, I'm sitting at home like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care for peace. Not when my son is dead. I don't care for peace. I want
justice.
I've been playing that song Back in Blood. It's like, yo, I want that. Because if you kill my family, I'm not thinking about turning the other cheek. I'm not thinking about peacefully protesting. I want to kill you.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
So don't tell me, oh, well, I understand you hurting and your son just got murdered by the police, who happened to be unarmed, by the way, got murdered by the police, and you want me to tell everybody else, y'all need to chill. Nah. There was a quote I posted this week. I need to find the originator of the quote, but it says, if you're silent about your pain, they'll kill you and say you enjoyed it. Yeah. Zora Neale Hurston. If you're silent about your pain, they'll kill you and say you enjoyed it. But this is a history, and we won't have a history lesson, but this all goes back to slavery and how white supremacy was introduced to this country from the beginning. When Columbus found America. When he found America, when he was looking for India and then called the people that were there Indians. That doesn't even make sense.
And today's your history lesson.
It doesn't make sense. He was looking for India and saw people at the land he discovered and called them India.
Stupid. Posthumously.
And y'all got a whole day for him. But anyway, rest in peace to Dante Wright. Rest in peace to Adam Toledo. Rest in peace to George Floyd still. Rest in peace to Breonna Taylor still.
So many. And we're still praying for these families.
Absolutely.
And even more, like, I don't, again, we walk outside, we never know when the inevitable is going to become, I can't even talk today, come about. But again, love on your people.
Yeah.
Check up on your people.
Yeah.
Make it home. Whatever that looks like for you. Whatever that looks like for you. I hate that I even got to say that.
Make it home. Make it to your girlfriend's house. Make it to your side piece house.
Wherever you're going, you're stupid.
Not your side piece house, but
don't go there.
Make it.
Make it. And these days I've been telling my people, like, I love y'all like it's the last time I'm going to see you. Because you literally never know.
I had to start doing that.
Man.
And I still have to get better at that because I don't do it as much. I was never that guy. But I have a little brother who is younger than me, and he, you know, he's me and him are a lot different. I'll say that. All right. He may get, if we were outside, he may be messed with a little more than myself. I'll say that. But literally every time we talk, I just saw him yesterday. Before I leave him, I love you. Or just love. You know what I mean? He just called me. We were talking about betting on FanDuel. He just called me for 2 minutes. We get off the phone, love.
Got you.
You don't know, and I hate to sound so morbid that you don't know when it's gonna be the last time you talk to somebody, but yeah, I'm sure Dante Wright didn't think he was gonna die when he left the crib.
Or Adam Toledo.
Or any of these people who were murdered by people who were hired to serve and protect them.
That part.
So yeah, we didn't want to get too crazy deep. It's not a political podcast at all.
We woke, and we definitely wanted to shed light on these things. 'Cause these things impacted us even from miles away. I mean, little village closer than Minnesota, but again, if you're not up on the news, like keeping up with stuff like that, as disgusting and as uncomfortable as the news may make you, stay woke with these things. Stay in tune. Flip through the news app. I remember after 9/11 hit, my mom was like, she didn't want us to watch the news after 8. We used to have to do these like current event projects, but like just just stay in tune. Like, you better figure it out before 7 or whatever. But just stay in tune. Stay woke. I hate. I keep thinking about this song. I hate the term, but like literally that. So stay up on what's current. Educate yourselves. Educate your people.
Educate your children.
Yeah, find a way to talk about it. These are conversations, like even with my nephews, that I don't want to have, but I got to find a cool way to, just introduce these things. And thankfully, they're so intelligent. And, just find a way to introduce these things. This is our reality, unfortunately, but yeah. And again, we're 17 minutes in. We didn't mean to get this far.
Yeah.
But we definitely wanted to touch on it because this is something that's important to us. And again, we're going to use this platform to bring light to a lot of things, educate. We're going to do our research, maybe be a catalyst for y'all to do something as well. So,
please. Please.
Yeah, so we're moving.
But yeah, let's lighten it up a bit. Yeah, once again, hold on, man.
You can talk about it. In the back room of the back.
No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. But welcome to the Back to Home Speaks podcast. Listen, we didn't mean to get so serious, but creators think about these things too.
Yeah,
sure. I think. Well, I thought about it. Lisa thought about it. But yeah,
maybe some of y'all thought about it.
All right, get me off that. I feel sad.
All right, lift up your head.
You can talk about it.
Can we get a nurse here?
I'm sorry.
Listen, I need some help. I can't do this. Can't run a podcast and be a nurse to the weeping deacon over.
But you know what? But listen, Lisa. Because some people tell you that you can't talk about it. But you know what?
You
can talk about it.
Okay, I'm really done. Lisa.
I'm gonna put a job app up. Like, I really need a nurse. Just for him though.
I'm sorry.
Literally just for him.
I'm sorry.
All right, so now what we're actually here to talk about, because we know this we 18 minutes in, and we know that we kind of hit the ground running. Episode 1 was kind of loose, quick recap. We brought some of our friends on to welcome this joint in. And they cursed a lot. And I actually heard about it. Somebody had to call me like, is this what y'all selling on? No, we're selling honesty. We're going to keep it real on it. I'll probably never work in this town again, but I'm totally okay with that. Wow, that was a lot. So we're here to have a little fun today. Again, this won't be a gossip column. This is not we don't specialize in relationships.
Not the shade room.
Not the shade room. Okay.
Shout out to them.
I love them, actually. I do follow them. But this is not, Steve Wilkos. Does he still come on? Jerry Springer.
Steve Wilkos.
Is that even still a thing?
That was a funny show.
Yeah, it was great. But we want to kind of get into something that I think all of us have kind of experienced. And we didn't have like a really cool way to introduce it, but so we was like, how do we deal with this? And it's just like a really cool topic, just behind like we really want to dig into like the mindset of creatives and what we deal with on the day to day. And so this turn, we're thinking about addressing this whole creatives dating non-creatives. And again, I wish I had a better package of that for you, but this is what we want to talk about. It was on the list and we want that one.
I want that one.
So we're going to do that. So I am going to take the typical route and pick on my co-host here, Deacon LD Edwards. And yeah, so
head deacon.
Head deacon. I hate it here.
Get it together.
So Lawrence, do you mind? Do you mind, like I guess, giving a little insight on your experiences with? So first of all, shout out to Lawrence. He just got married last year. Shout out to Dominique. I know you're watching or listening, whatever. And so I think this is pretty cool. But give a little backstory on your experience, like as a creative. First of all, have you ever dated non-creatives? Like what's shit?
Non-creatives?
By non-creatives, I mean like just a person that is not. What is a creative? Maybe that's a separate episode. But
It's not.
It's not. It's this one. Okay.
No, it's just not an episode.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
Well, we talked about that in pre-production.
Crap.
It's not.
We're rolling. Rolling.
Creatives create. Next question.
I hate it here. Just give a little backstory, I guess.
On dating a non-creative.
On dating a non-creative or somebody that is just not like you. Is that a good way to say that?
Sure.
Whatever. We roll.
Well, I had a few different experiences because I actually never dated a creative.
Dang.
Now, when I think about it, and even when I did, that person I wouldn't consider a creative at that time. Maybe now. This is years ago. It's going back to like high school or something. But
keep forgetting you 50.
I've only dated non-creatives. My wife is a non-creative. I mean, or not. I don't.
Maybe not a creative like you.
Right.
Okay.
But definitely different. I can say that earlier in my life, like, late teenager, early 20s, like I was a lot more active and outside.
Okay.
So I was, it was super late rehearsals, all night rehearsals. Leaving rehearsal spots at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's real.
That's type of stuff you do now.
Right.
Praying for you. But yeah, like, so I was moving around a whole lot more. So it's very hard to explain. Not really to me, but it's hard to understand when you don't know that life, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so you got to answer to a lot more, or at least they want you to answer to a lot more, because I ain't answering to none of these women. Amen. But yeah, like, I think that aspect of it is tough. The scheduling, understanding like, yo, this gig is paying, I'm going. So whatever dinner at your mom's house is just not happening. And I was mad young. So it's different now. I'm 30. Like, it's a whole lot different now. I move things around, but back then, I was chasing a paid gig. I was a young kid trying to be somebody dope in the city.
Heard you.
You know what I mean? But I mean, I guess everybody's experience is different. That's if you're in a relationship, because a lot of young creatives aren't in relationships. They just,
Don't say it.
What? Living life.
Living life is what we'll say.
That's what they do. But like, what was your experience like dating a non-creative?
Phew. So dating a non-creative, again, like you said, you have to answer to a lot. And the guy that I'm thinking about now, we're actually good friends still. But
Sorry.
yeah, man, bless his heart. I won't say his name, but one of the things that
Wait,
actually
is this? I'm joking. I have no idea what she's talking about.
I'll actually tell you. But this situation actually put a strain on our relationship, just because I just moved back to Chicago, and I work, I guess, allegedly was picking up, and like you alluded to with the whole late rehearsal situation, whereas he would call like, hey, you getting ready for bed? What's going on? And I'm thinking like it's 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm actually about to leave out for something, and he didn't understand that. And also me being who I am, um, if I could be really transparent, I didn't feel like I owed him that explanation. After explaining so many times, it's just like, just hear me, just understand, like, this is kind of what comes with the lifestyle. Um, I'll hit you back, or like not having much time to talk, being super tired. And, you know, if you know me, I'll make time. I always make time. Like, if it's something, go to hell. If it's something that I believe in, or if it's, somebody I'm with, I'll make time to see you. I'll make time to talk to you. But he wasn't a fan of that. He was a Southern guy. Bless his heart. He needed somebody in his
Oh,
face. That,
okay.
he needed somebody like in his face where he knew, this could be a regional difference thing too. Like, I'm from the north. I'm a city girl, not a literal city girl. I'm from the city. Versus he was
Jeez.
from. Wow, that didn't do well.
But okay, so with that though, because now we both just really explained what that experience was like with non-creatives.
Yeah.
Like, would you prefer that? Would you
You
prefer a creative over a non-creative?
I would prefer, and this is one of the things. Like, somebody asked me about this. Like, what type of person do you see yourself with? And I want, like, sometimes in some cases, like, you want that innate understanding, right? I want someone that'll kind of understand the things that I can't really formulate and put into words, like, as your creative process. Sometimes I can be an effective communicator, sometimes I can't, and that sucks. That's no like, you know, excuse. This is just the way that I am, because I believe that as a creative, you have to learn how to communicate and work through those things. We're not making excuses for none of that. Y'all know y'all process, whatever. And I think that the effective communication portion that comes into, um, I need this time to just exist or sit in silence or whatever your process looks like. For me, sometimes I just can't talk for a couple days or don't want to be bothered for a couple days. And that sucks because, I'm single right now. So that could also have a big portion to do with that, because I have not found a person that understands that.
Yeah.
Right. And
You're speaking on either side of the
I'm
spectrum.
speaking on both sides of it, right? Because even I am speaking on both sides of that. So I guess I don't really have like a preference. I want to be understood. Because sometimes, like, dating another creative, you can bump into that capacity. Like, they may need me at a spot, that I just really don't want to be at or something like that. Like, and I gotta chuck it up. Like, I'm supporting my guy. Like, let me go or whatever. Or what? I mean, this is just not even limited to music. Again, like I said, the last couple episodes, this is just what we do. But and I'm actually somebody I actually wanted to have on here. He one of my bros is dating a girl, an amazing girl. And he's a singer, worship leader. He does music almost full time in addition to his actual job. And this girl does not want anything to do with the stuff that he's doing, but it works for them. Like, he's like, babe, I got a rehearsal and then I have, I have this gig after. Do you want to hang out? She's like, absolutely not. Call me when you're done. But that works for them. So sometimes you may get lucky. You may get lucky and find somebody that's just like, I am all for you pursuing your dreams and going after, you doing whatever you do. Don't include me. Call me when you get done. Come see me after. We'll figure it out later. And that's just in the perfect world. I think he lucked up. So that speaks to, I guess, two different ends of that too.
Yeah. I think that is ideal. I mean, I feel like I kind of had that same thing in a sense, but also one thing that you want to like, and I'm not even speaking to that situation because I don't know those people, but in my situation, it's like maybe I'm with a non-creative, so to speak, but the way that she supports me as a non-creative is insane.
Yeah, it's unmatched.
You know, like
See
I
it
don't
for
think
myself.
I mean I really don't think niggas can light a flame to the way my wife supports me and has always.
Yeah.
And I think that's very important because I've dated other non-creatives, and obviously this is the one I married. So I think something to be said about that.
Just
but
got lucky.
the one prior to that,
Mercy.
it's like not. It sucks having a person not understand what you do, but to also not support it. You know, not support you in it rather. Because it's like, yo, I see what you're doing. Get it off. All right, cool. Like, my wife is a teacher, and I am not a scholar. Or I didn't graduate from college. I didn't go to college. Let me stop lying. I was like, I didn't graduate. Like, I went for like 3 years. Like, no, I didn't go. Well, I went to Kennedy King for a year. You know what I mean? But that was like my 5th year of high school. That's what it felt like. It was. It was just a lot of. It was.
Oh my God.
I don't.
You got that offended in high school.
It was.
Man.
It literally was my 5th year of high school. What was I saying? You just killed me.
Your wife's a teacher.
But my wife's
you
a
don't get
teacher.
to-
I'm not. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I didn't go to school. Like the whole college experience, I didn't have. Right. But I support her. Super support her. In in her being a teacher, and we have conversations about that, and how far she wants to take this as a career, and all those things. Like, and I'm completely clueless about it. You know what I'm saying? That part is needed because sometimes I can understand, like, I don't care what you do, but I need to love you and support you through it for us to make this work.
That's very true.
Because if you just don't care and like then I don't feel like I have that support, then that's not gonna work. Or at least not if you're looking for a real relationship, like, ones I be in and stuff. Not that crazy stuff y'all do.
You're out of control. But I think that's something that you bring up something very valuable, the support component. Because I think that's important in any type of relationship. And I don't want to take this too far. I know that sparks some, right? I don't want to take this too far into because we're not relationship coaches. Like,
No,
we're
not
not
even
doing that.
close.
We're not doing that here. But
Well,
we gonna
actually,
talk-
I might be, to be honest. But go ahead.
That was off script. None of this is on script. But the support component, I think, in any caliber of relationship, in friendships, and in more intimate relationships, I think that's very important. Because I have some friends, that work in, that are still like in school to be like scientists and stuff like that. And while I don't understand, this is something really important. While I don't completely understand, I know that I genuinely love my friends or whatever, and I'm gonna, if that means, like sitting through a 6-hour graduation when this stuff is over or whatever.
Nope.
Okay, he's not gonna do that. But
Not my TV!
not my Bose home theater system. Nothing can replace us. Okay, I'm joking. But that support factor is just, it's super important. And I think as creatives, that's something that, believe it or not, we look to. Like, sometimes if you're doing your thing, you wanna.
It's tough because I sat through my wife's. She graduated from college, and I didn't want to be at my high school graduation
Mercy.
because of how long it was. College graduation is trash. It's the most boring thing in the world. Like, yeah, if she decides to further her degree, they're gonna have to zoom me in on that one.
That you're out of control. I mean, considering life right now,
I did the most important one. I went to the most important one.
Well, God bless.
But yeah, that's tough. But I hear what you're saying though.
Yeah.
But
You also knew that would have also meant the world to her to you being there.
I
So
mean,
even though
of
you didn't
course, that's the
care,
only reason why I was there.
right? And
Obviously.
even though you didn't care for the situation, this is the point that I'm trying to make. This is the point that I'm trying to
But okay,
read.
okay. So people know me. Well, some people know me, right? I require a lot emotionally from people, from my friends, in a romantic relationship that I've been in for 50 years, right?
Ages.
I require a whole lot emotionally. Do you think you can get that from a person who's moving around and as a creative? Like if somebody had your schedule, because right now mine is pretty chill. Well, I'm doing a lot of stuff in the crib, but I'm not moving around a lot.
Certainly.
But can you handle that from somebody or being with somebody with your schedule that you have right now, where you're in like a session 3 times a week, and then you got rehearsal, and then you also work a job, right? Like, I don't think that I would like. I don't know if that's gonna work for me. I don't think so, right?
Yeah, man.
And so I don't think I sought out, you know, who are who isn't a creative. Let me get with that. I don't think that was my thinking, but I think I was drawn to that.
I get that. I get that.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the thing. Because, I mean, I'm going to need you to be available. Same thing with my friends.
That's a real thing, too. That's a real thing, too.
Yeah. So, what did you think about that?
I guess I could shed some light on that. I feel like I don't. I feel like I do require a lot as far as being on the move. I'm not saying like I'm just like the super busiest person.
You
Like
are.
I'm really not.
You are.
Life has slowed down a lot with the pandemic and everything, and it also allowed me a lot of time to really see things. Like,
I know you, right? Like, I'm not like you're not.
You're not
talking.
here right now. You're in a box. You're actually somewhere. Actually, leave the room while I talk to these people. But I think that as a person who moves around a lot, please leave. As a person who moves around a lot, there is like a stability component that I do need. As far as like I've had this insane day. Can you just sit and listen for 10 minutes? That type of thing.
You can cry.
So I can cry.
And
I cry.
weep in a whale.
And weep and believe it or not, and I'll say this like because I'm talking about me. I cry a lot. I am very sensitive. I'm a hard ass, but I am very sensitive. Like I cry to my mama, God bless her, or like just in regular conversation. My friends,
I need some
they
coffee.
it's a thing. Like it, and a lot of my friends can attest it. Him too. Sometimes I feel bad for him because sometimes he catches it the worst. Like I'll cry. I'm like, I need to call you back because I don't really know what's happening. And he'd be like, okay, but yeah. So I feel like I do require a lot as a person who moves around. I wouldn't be able to take somebody that moves around, and that is like. That's horrible. That's really selfish. But I probably that's just my reality, or at least I will want somebody that will want to work as hard as me to make time to do that type of thing. And that's
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know, and we may have that as well, like in the future episode where we have, like Lysa mentioned, a couple.
you're gonna bring some people to talk about this. I think this may be
On both sides, people who are where one's a creative and one's not, and then where you have two creatives, because I believe in situations like I don't want to name names, but in situations I've seen it work very well so far, at least, right? Like because you never
seen
know.
them fail too.
We've seen them fail too.
Yeah.
And that's that. Listen, dating. I know in Chicago from what I've seen, because I've been,
Put up.
yeah, I seen a lot of messiness.
Nessie or
Bitch,
messy?
messy. I don't know
Oh.
what Nessie means.
I didn't know what you said.
Oh, I've seen a lot of messy
My ears
ones
working.
with people who are on the same scene, and it gets a little. But I don't think that has anything to do with creatives dating. I just think it's the scene,
Yeah.
right?
You brought up something valuable before because we do actually kind of plan these episodes, guys. We have conversations beforehand about famous people dating other famous people. I don't remember the exact
Well,
analogy you
I was
used,
just
but
saying that you know it's related to a lot of famous people I've seen in interviews talk about either pursuing relationships with other famous people or other people in the music business or in the film business because they can just relate. It's like I don't have to explain why I got to be on set at 6 a.m. and it's going to be an 18-hour day and whatever, or why I'm in the studio from this time to this time. Like, you understand because you're in the same, you do the same thing, right? And
there's a beautiful convenience in that.
it is, but where's the, I don't get no time out of that. Because now we don't do any good being together. We might as well not be together at that point because, I mean, no, that's how I look at it because I need you to be available. Right?
Everybody needs somebody to be
Well,
available.
no. Well, I think so, but everybody don't want that. And I think there was a time in my life where I didn't. I didn't care to be in a relationship at one point. You know what I mean? Like, I was cool. Actually, I was cool even when I met when me and my wife got together, like however long that was. Like, but that's just something that happened. But I wasn't looking for a relationship, especially after the one I just dealt with at that time. So some people are just cool with working and getting your stuff off. But yeah, with two people, for me, it's just a no because I need you to be available.
Like
two people, yes.
Okay. Wanted that clarification.
Or I mean, even if it's another creative, just not in how I do it, and still be available. We need to be available for each other. I think one thing is a lot of people stray away from it, and that's maybe another episode. But a lot of people stray away from it because being in situations or just being out somewhere, people make that weird. Anytime you're around somebody that creates or supporting someone or whatever, people try to make it a thing, and so you automatically try to seek somebody outside of that scene, outside of that, a non-creative because you don't want to make it weird.
Yeah, that's true.
Or you don't want to seem like you creative hopping.
Mercy. Whatever the heck that is.
And you've seen it.
Shut up. Yes.
You have seen it.
I have.
In Chicago.
Whatever.
I know, I can say the name.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh, but yeah, we've seen that, right?
We have.
And so, but yeah, we don't want that. 45 minutes. We're basically done. We're really done.
We really are. I think this is like a cool introduction because I want to bring. I think this is a dope conversation. I mean, because we don't.
It is. It's an interesting conversation just to see because I don't think anybody's really talking about it, but I think it's worth talking about, especially for people who are single, because some people haven't even thought about it, right? Like what type when you build the woman you want or the man you want, it's like
you go to Build-A-Bear and you. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, did you put that in there, or did you put that in there and didn't mean like you probably think you want a creative or somebody with that type of drive, creating a musician,
somebody that's
artist,
like passionate about anything,
a photographer, whatever. Like, and then you realize that might not be it because that's just gonna be too much. I won't be able to deal with that schedule. They won't be able to deal with my, whatever it is. Like,
and I don't want that to be like a thing where you shy away from that because again, as we've seen, these type of situations can work. We've seen it. We've seen it
work. Just like we've seen any other relationship work or not work, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Preference is the real thing. And I think that's just what it's all about at this point.
Making it work for you. If it's, something that you believe in, just make it work. Again, we're gonna
Yeah.
bring some friends in to shed some light on this. This is just our perspective.
Yeah. I mean, and that's it. I mean,
Part one.
that's literally it. I'm gonna change really quick because I haven't had the camera on me all day, and that's literally all I want to do. Okay, I'm
You're
sorry.
so vain.
I bet you think that's a nice song.
Is about don't.
We're getting up out of here, man. Black music matters, Lisa.
Black music matters.
That's what I'm wearing today.
You want,
Who's
me
this?
you want me to tell you about your Black Music Matters? I got him that T-shirt. First of all,
No, you didn't.
giving all thanks.
Yes, you did.
I did.
Yes, you
So, Black Music Matters is actually a sub entity of somebody I had the pleasure to work with the last few years, Adrian Dunn.
Okay. Yeah.
Shout out to Adrian Dunn, Mr.
I was gonna say the
Opera,
wrong name. I was scared.
and this Black Music Matters movement. We're gonna bring him on at some point too.
Yeah.
But again,
I actually have an arrangement for him. You think he would take an arrangement?
probably will. Adrian pops out an album like every year. He did 2 last year.
Yeah, but he does them all himself, right?
Yeah,
You think he will take one?
he probably will.
This
I
is
think he
off.
will.
This should be
This is
off.
really off.
Yeah.
But shout out to Adrian Dunn. We'll throw his information up. Guys, really somebody that you just need to follow.
Yeah. Especially if you love classical
If you
music.
love classical music,
Gosh.
gospel music, hip hop, he merges them
Yeah.
all.
And it's really crazy.
Yeah. So we're loving on him right now.
He has projects out. Too.
Projects. Ones I'm on, support him. Hey.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
So yeah, we'll throw that up too.
Yeah.
And you're wearing, of course, Art Over Clout.
I doubled back for Ami, man. Like, Art Over Cloud is just raw unto me. Ami's amazing. We shouted her out episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I don't think we wore nothing from her last week. But yeah, so Merch Alert, again, just support Ami again. Go grab stuff. More stuff up there. Check out the website. So yeah, Adrian Dunn.
For sure.
Ami. So
For
man.
sure. We getting up out of here, man.
Yeah, this was a quick joint. Quick joint.
Rest in peace, Dante Wright. Rest in peace, Adam Toledo.
And forget 12. Y'all know how I wanted to say it.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. If you forgot, by the way, we're on Spotify. We're on Apple. We're on Apple Podcasts.
I'm excited.
We're on Amazon Music.
Yeah,
Right?
man. You can listen to us in your car.
And you can still download at brsp.buzzsprout.com. And also you can view it. You can view it at our site.
And the website. Did y'all go see the website?
Backroomspeakspod.com. Easy.
Yeah. You can find
And
there.
whatever the current episode is you'll have a link right to that episode. You can watch it on the website or you can just go to YouTube from the website. But either way, follow us.
For sure. I don't know. This is kind of off script too, but I'm just doing stuff. If y'all got something that y'all want to like talk about with us or want to hear us talk about, we're open. Again, we probably got we sitting on 40 weeks of content that we could roll off, but we always take it more. And again, as with the beginnings of anything,
comment on the videos.
Yeah,
hit us, DM us, hit us on comment on our post on any of our social media handles.
We like to talk to people. No, we don't.
Yes, she likes to talk to people.
I actually don't. I hate it.
I like to talk to people.
He always saying we love everybody. I'm like, no, we don't.
We do love everybody with the love of Christ. Okay. We kind of love everybody with the love of Christ. Either way.
Turn my camera on.
No. It is the Backroom Speaks podcast.
The Brave Space for creatives.
Because find me another one.
You can talk about it in the back room of the back room. It was all bad fumes in the back room. Skeleton-filled closets in the back too. You can talk about it. 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 You can. In the back room of the back room. It was all bad fumes in the back room. Skeleton-filled closets in the back too. You can talk about it. 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 You can talk about it.